Chris, you come to me on the day of my daughters to be married, and you ask me Godfather to murder. Guys, we're about to start a very, very special section of our first-time watch series. We're going to do the whole Godfather trilogy next. We're starting today with, in my opinion, the greatest movie ever made, Godfather 1. Chris, I mean, we'll get... I just wanted to start off with a quick preamble. What is the first time you remember watching The Godfather?
Yeah, I mean, I've seen the whole series. I just have only really seen it as a little kid. So for me, this is going to be sort of first time watching it with my filmic brain, with my adult brain. It's something that's been, on in the background of my family for generations, really. I mean, holidays, Christmas, Thanksgiving, growing up, the, Italian uncles would come up from the city. We'd exchange our stories in the daytime, eat our meal in the evening, and watch Godfather in the nighttime. And I tuned in. I've seen the first one, obviously going to film school in many a classroom setting, but I don't think I've ever properly sat down and examined all three in order, front to back, giving them my full attention. So that's what we're righting that ship right now.
Absolutely. Yes, indeed. This is my absolute favorite movie of all time. This has been my favorite movie of all time since I was a freshman in high school. This always will be my favorite movie of all time. And we are about to give you guys an offer that you can't refuse. Godfather, first time watch, coming up. Gordon Willis cinematography, that very, very minimalistic lighting. Almost chiaroscuro, if you will. He's the originator of so many tropes and jokes you see in today, but it's like you still have to pay respect whenever it's the original. It's between that, Dark Knight, and Saving Private Ryan for my three favorite opening scenes in movie history. Fun fact, James Caan, who plays Sonny, not Italian.
Yeah, he looks European enough.
Yeah. Are you aware of the very troubled history behind this movie?
No, but I plan on watching the show.
In fact, that part was originally supposed to be De Niro. His sister, Adrian from Rocky.
Cabacole's fucking great, man.
Oh, it's so good.
Prosciutto too, but Cabacole's like a little more rare.
Yeah.
I bet it's fucking good where they had it from.
Yeah, right? No Sicilian can refuse any request on his daughter's wedding day. Brazzi, fun fact, he's actually rehearsing his lines there, and they just kept it in the movie. I love how they structure these movies, too. Where the first movie is the passing of the torch, then the second movie is him powered, then the third is after the power.
It's great, like, introducing them all at a wedding where guests arrive.
Yes.
It's
awesome. It's a great expository device. Bring that back, too, movies. More weddings as expository devices.
Or just expository devices. I would just like
that
those
too.
To come back.
They almost didn't cast Pacino because they thought he was too short and too Italian looking. He still miffs the line. He's just so nervous to be acting with Brando. Wow, that extra's going for it.
Yeah, he is.
I love extras that go for it. It's the best.
Supposed to be playing Frank?
The character's very obviously based off Frank. Like, very, very obviously.
Sinatra had those mob ties, too.
Yes, he did. No, Mario Puzo knew what he was doing when he wrote this. He knew exactly what he was doing.
Okay, yeah, it's definitely Frank Sinatra.
Absolutely, it's Frank.
Wow. That's, if only... Where was he when I was with my record contracts?
That's right. This movie's become so ingrained in pop culture that even people who haven't seen the movie or have no knowledge of its existence, they know the lines.
I don't know what to do. You can act like a man. What's the matter with you?
Revised. That was not planned.
It's like one of the most Italian things ever said.
Yeah, it's crazy. This is a movie made by a studio that had just been bought by a company that didn't know how to make movies, with the head who was a former actor and had no idea how to make movies, and they only got Coppola because every other director turned this movie down. They didn't want to shoot in they didn't want to shoot in Italy. They didn't want to shoot in New York. They thought it would be too expensive. They didn't want to piss off the mob. Brando had already been washed up. No studio wanted to work with him. They didn't want to cast Pacino.
Little did they know.
If only they knew. And that's just the before the production. That's just the pre-production stories.
That's such a legendary photo.
Hey, look, California, when it wasn't a cesspool.
I didn't know that was a thing. I thought that was something they just talked about in the movies.
Yeah, right. Well, we want to quote Tony Soprano. This shit was so long ago, it may as well have been a movie. I'm German-Irish.
Ooh.
Make friend.
They said
Wild.
racist words I thought were buried in time.
Oh no. Oh no. Well, that's the Hollywood producer. Yeah.
That's the same guy who was just giving him lip on set. Now he's like,
Yep.
oh
Yep.
shit,
Well,
Corleone.
he found out who.
Oh god.
Found out who he was.
Boyle voice.
Ridiculous. And a man in my position can afford to be made to look ridiculous. Look at how red his face is. His veins bulging.
I mean, he's literally standing up to death. I mean, what a way to wake
I love how
up.
they have the spaces. I love how they have the spaces in between. That's another one. They didn't tell him that it was going to be a horse's head because they wanted to get the natural, genuine reaction. He was like, I'm fine. Casual cutting off horse's head, so I'm good. Imagine existing before the drug trade become a real problem.
Right?
That white powder.
Oh no. Anytime this guy starts talking about respect, you know you fucked up, dude.
I think your brain is going soft from all that comedy you're playing with that young girl.
Great facial acting there. Damn, that was quick. Newspapers were fast on that one. Shit just got real.
Yeah, dude. This is great.
Themes of money and corruption over family and morals.
The gun. Take the cannoli.
Gotta love a time when they didn't have DNA evidence. That's another improvised line. Take the cannoli.
That's amazing.
With all of my heart. I'm gonna die.
It's interesting seeing Pacino not yell yet. We're an hour in.
Oh, not yet. Nah, that doesn't. I don't think he yells in this movie.
No, I don't think he
until
does
the next
either.
movie. Oh no, you want to watch the ultimate Pacino yelling movie? We gotta watch Heat. That's a hospital. It looks like a morgue. It's already starting with the transition. See more of the shadows over his face.
Mm-hmm.
He's already begun his transformation.
Brando won. He got nominated and won for this movie.
Brando won Best Actor.
For
Pacino,
this
James
movie,
Caan, and
right?
Robert Duvall. Yeah, for this
okay.
one.
I didn't know if he had something else. I mean, he's a great one, so I didn't know if he had something else.
Well,
maybe.
he won a Best Actor 20 years before for On the Waterfront in 1954. This was his second Best Actor win. It's another old school actor, Sterling Hayden. We're gonna see him when we do our Kubrick watch series. Imagine being the guy whose job it is to just sit in that car and push it back and drive it back and forth, just to let people into the compound.
That is awesome.
A minute, I'm talking about a cop that's mixed up in drugs. I'm talking about a dishonest cop.
All right, Serpico.
Well, Clemenza's casually telling him how to murder someone.
You know, you gotta stop them at the beginning. Like they should have stopped Hitler at Munich.
It's true. Typical wartime food. And what are they eating? They're eating Chinese food. That's the other thing, too. They do such a good job of it in these movies. They do such a good job of making, like, the Corleone siblings actually feel like brothers.
Yeah, they do. Even
Yeah.
the adopted, or, take.
Yeah,
one.
even Tom. Yeah, exactly. Which is like, people take that for granted, but that's actually a really tricky thing to do in movies. How does that even work logistically? You're in a car. That bottle literally says Italian wine. I wonder how many murders on an average occurred roughly around this time period in, like, all these little podunk restaurants. Back to the mattresses. Wartime. Sunday dinner. It's not actually Corleone. I went to Corleone. That's not it. Chris, what instrument is that they're using for that tune of the theme?
Mandolin.
My name is Michael Corleone.
Se llama Miguel Corleone.
Yeah, so you probably shouldn't be telling that to some random shop owner.
How hyped are you for The Offer?
I'm pretty hyped, but you know my thought process on, like, pretty much every streaming service, miniseries that comes out now.
Yeah.
According to Coppola, the film only took 62 days to shoot. Oh my God, come on, man. That punch did not land at all.
I wonder if Vince McMahon saw this and got inspired.
My favorite is when he slams a garbage pail in his head.
Hilarious, right on the railing.
Oh my God. Oh, this is incredible. It's incredible.
They shot it
so
quick,
bad.
right? That's what you said.
Yeah, they had to shoot this one quick. No, but you want to hear another crazy tidbit? So apparently Coppola got paranoid that the editor was screwing him over by sending bad dailies to the producers because the producers kept coming back to him and saying, hey, he doesn't know what he's doing, you know? And it turned out he was right because he figured that if Coppola got fired, then he would be next in line to direct the movie.
Oh, what the hell? That's crazy.
Oh, yeah, it's nuts. That cymbal player looks miserable.
He really does.
Imagine how hot it is. Imagine how many of those things he has to do on a daily basis of all the weddings and how freaking hot it is. It's a joke I always make about Italian music, but Italian music could double as both happy music and funeral music. Like, they're literally indistinguishable. Just saw on Amazon, apparently Orson Welles lobbied for the part of Don Vito Corleone.
Oh yeah, I'm seeing that. That's crazy.
Pulls up right outside her school. Yeah, see, this does what Game of Thrones doesn't. This actually does fades in between its scenes in order to show passing of time instead of just hard cutting.
Senators and presidents don't have men killed.
Who's being naive, Kay?
Haha! Mo Green. Bugsy Siegel stand-in. I wanted this for you. And then the baby in the baptism scene, that's Coppola's daughter, Sophia. Shot through the eye. Mo Green's special. Baptism and murder. Two halves of the same coin. So it turns out we had to record this on a completely separate day just because of, logistics of how long this movie was. But Chris, still my favorite movie of all time. Easily. Like, it's perfect. It's a perfect movie.
It was phenomenal, man. I had such a great time watching this thing. It just goes to show, like, the art of filmmaking is such a beautiful and wonderful art when done right. And this might be the best example of that I've ever seen. Now, it's only a day after, but normally we don't get to record these reviews even with any time of reflection. Coming out of this thing, having watched it yesterday, now a day after, sort of with my filmic eye, as I spoke about, watching it sort of in my more mature adult brain. This thing is brilliant. This thing is absolutely gorgeous, stunning, incredible. Any good word, attribute it to this movie. I mean, filmmaking might be a lost art, and Scorsese might have a point if this is what he's referencing when he says that. It's, I think it's a little disrespectful to what made him to sort of come out and bash young filmmaking, because art changes and goes through phases, and it is a bit of an old grandpa-ish approach on his part to sort of disparage young creators because everyone's got to make a living. But I mean, I get it, like, this is a golden film from a golden age. I mean,
Yes.
I get it.
Yes, indeed. It 100% is. It's like I said, I don't know what else I can really say about this. It's my favorite movie of all time for like a lot of different reasons that we pretty much just talked about. But yeah, this movie is so special to me for so many different reasons. And yeah, it's 5 stars. No question. Like, no question.
5 stars. Easily.
Easily.
Duh.
Easily. What's going on, guys? Dom, the movie nerd of Talkin TV here, and if you like this video, make sure you click the subscribe button and the like button and leave a comment down below. Make sure you keep tuning in for new episodes, which we have going live every Sunday. That's right, every Sunday at 11 a.m. And as always, remember to always watch more fucking movies.